Digestion is the process of breaking food down so that nutrients can be absorbed by cells. In your stomach, food is churned and mixed with acid and enzymes. It is then pushed into the first part of the small intestine, where most digestion and absorption takes place. To aid absorption, it is mixed with bile, which is produced by the liver and discharged from the gallbladder through ducts. Digested food molecules pass into blood vessels in the walls of the intestine and are carried up through the portal vein into the liver for further processing and storage. The liver is usually a rich red color, but excess lipids stored in its cells can change it to a whitish color. This is known as fatty liver disease. It is closely associated with obesity, particularly central obesity, involving the omentum, a fatty pad that hangs down from the stomach. Eating too much fat can cause it to push out, producing a large waistline. In some people, eating certain foods can irritate the walls of the small intestine and disrupt regular movement, resulting in altered bowel habits or irritable bowel. Almost all nutrients have been absorbed by the time digested food leaves the small intestine and enters the colon, where water and salt are extracted, leaving solid wastes for elimination.
The final stages of food digestion take place in the large intestine, or colon. After nourishment is extracted from what we eat, the leftover waste material mixed with water flows from the small intestine into the colon. After entering the colon, stool loses water as it travels upward through the ascending colon and across the belly through the transverse colon. As water is lost, stool returns from a liquid into a solid as it goes down toward the rectum in the descending colon. Stool is moved through the sections of the colon by waves of squeezing muscles in an action called peristalsis. Constipation can occur if too much water is absorbed from the stool or if peristalsis is slowed down. Many other factors can also play a role, such as a poor diet low in fiber, emotional stress, or other medical conditions.
Muscles in the intestines move food from the stomach to the rectum. Normally they contract and relax in a gentle rhythm that moves the food along in a fairly predictable schedule. But with some people, the muscles in the intestines spasm. That means the contractions are longer and stronger than normal. Those spasms are painful. They also disrupt the movement of food through the intestines. If they slow it down, you become constipated. If they cause it to move through too quickly, you get diarrhea. It's not unusual for people to alternate between the two. Here's another cause of discomfort for people with IBS. The nerve endings in the digestive tract are more sensitive than normal. Small bubbles of gas that wouldn't bother most people might be.
If you have been diagnosed with IBS and Western medicine has failed to cure you, perhaps you require a holistic approach. You are probably wondering how a holistic approach can cure IBS when Western medicine has failed to. Well, that's because holistic healing doesn't just use alternative medicines to treat the many different patterns of symptoms that Western medicine has classified as one singular ailment called IBS. Holistic healing works because it affects the whole person, the body, the mind, and the soul. The problem is, drugs can't cure you. Surgery can't cure you. Even alternative medicine alone cannot cure you. The only thing that can cure you is you. Your own healing mechanisms are the only real cure for IBS. Holistic healing contends with the source of the problem, which then kickstarts your healing mechanisms. You will begin to heal once you stop causing your IBS. So, let's start with what you need to stop doing. First, stop eating foods that cause or exacerbate IBS. This would include a high-protein diet, fried and fatty foods, citrus fruits, caffeine, alcohol, carbonated drinks, Eating large meals, and for some people, dairy products like milk and cheese also worsen IBS. Second, calm down. Emotional distress is the #1 cause of IBS. Meditate. Limit your contact with toxic people. Whatever you need to do it. Third, avoid overwork. Wearing yourself down will only weaken your natural defenses. Fourth, do not become or remain a couch potato. Too little exercise worsens IBS. Fifth, avoid exposure to cold weather. Dress weather appropriate. I see so many people dress like it's summer in winter. Stop trying to be cute and stay warm. Sixth, avoid having too much sex. And yes, that is possible. Now that you've stopped doing all the things that worsen IBS and inhibit your ability to heal, we'll focus on what you need to start doing to boost your healing mechanisms and make you feel better right away. Eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Skipping meals stresses your body and interferes with the healing process. Eat a fiber-rich diet. This will help with both constipation and diarrhea. Foods that contain flaxseed and bran are especially good. Drink aloe vera juice or aloe vera gel, but make sure it's 100% pure aloe vera. Accept no additives other than water. You can purchase it in any local health food store as well as online. This will give you almost immediate soothing relief. This is especially helpful for constipation. Drink peppermint tea. Unless you suffer from heartburn or you have been diagnosed with gastroesophageal reflux disease, also known as GERD. You see, peppermint relaxes both stomach muscles and the sphincter, which helps IBS tremendously, but may make GERD and heartburn worse. Peppermint is one of the best herbal pain relievers, so if you can drink peppermint tea, you will find your pain quickly fading. Fennel is considered one of the great go-to herbs for digestive problems. It's especially useful if you are suffering from spastic colon, as fennel's antispasmodic properties cause it to relax the lower digestive tract. Triphala is an amazing Ayurvedic herb that has many health benefits, especially for IBS. Triphala cleanses and rejuvenates the digestive tract and colon, preventing constipation and easing irritable bowel syndrome as well as ulcerative colitis. You can find Triphala in easy-to-use tablet form at any local health food store or online. Chamomile soothes the stomach and, like peppermint, relaxes the stomach muscles. But chamomile also calms the mind. Drinking chamomile in the evening will help you relax and make falling asleep much easier. Because aromatherapy has the ability to soothe and heal both mind and body, it's a great way to quickly relieve much of your IBS suffering. But since it would make this episode terribly long if I went into explicit detail, instead, read my December 2009 article, Aromatic Bath for Stress. You'll find it in the article archives of 21st Century Apothecary. However, I can give you an effective but quick and easy to make recipe for dealing with stress during the day. It allows you to remain firmly alert and present while helping you remain calm under pressure. It's a good idea to multiply the recipe and use daily, especially during your work week. The oils I chose for this synergistic blend are known to treat anxiety, depression, fatigue, nervous tension, and nausea, among other things. You can apply it as you would any body oil, massaging the neck and abdomen in small circular motions. This will serve two purposes: to quicken the activation of the essential oils and to help release your physical stress and muscle tightness in those areas. Remember, healing is a process. Your IBS will not completely disappear overnight. But if you rigorously implement our do's and don'ts, IBS will soon be a thing of your past.